Players and now Chief Executive of the SFA, has made some pretty weighty comments, I guess, one from a guy with his standing. He said there's an agenda against Rangers. Now, he made these comments in a chapter he's contributed to a new book about the club entitled It's Rangers or Me, which is shortly to go on sale. This is reported in the Times of London today. Mark Dingwall, editor of Follow Rangers fanzine, joins us on the line now. Mark, why do you think, what do you agree, first of all, that there's an agenda against your club?
There's undoubtedly, within Scotland, there's definitely a bias against Rangers, and that within the media people tend to go slightly gaga whenever we try to have a sensible discussion about how politics, culture, religion, or frankly bigotry reacts with football, so that when things happen with Rangers, I think a lot of Rangers fans say, well, we're basically excluded from this debate. All we get is abuse. We don't actually have a proper debate. And I think Gordon Smith's been one of the few people who's been prepared to say that, you know, that is a fact, that there is if not an institutional, then certainly a cultural bias against the club when it comes to that debate.
Why is it that Rangers would be more unpopular than Celtic, say?
Unpopular with whom?
Well, the people who have an agenda against them.
Well, I think it's it's quite obvious for all of my lifetime. Celtic have obviously been the establishment club in Scotland. And
you can't be serious.
Well, I've been perfectly serious. That's why I started the fanzine nearly 20 years ago. Was that my experience of being a Rangers fan simply wasn't reflected in the media, and decided, well, we're going to have our say. People say this thing about Rangers or Rangers fans. We say something else.
But, I mean, the Celtic are identified, with their Irish Catholic tradition. I mean, this all comes from Gordon Smith's remarks today. And he said they're quite happy to say they have a tradition of Irish Catholicism. They're founded by Brother Walfrid and immigrants to this country. How can a club founded by immigrants represent the establishment?
Well, in Glasgow for the last 30 years, despite it being two-thirds Protestant, we haven't been able to find a Lord Provost who's a Protestant. So obviously, in certain areas there is a bias against Protestants, and Rangers happens to be a club mostly and mainly supported by Protestants.
Well, Smith seemed to be saying that UEFA...